Hello, my name is Jennifer Wilson. I'm going to be your instructor for statistics this semester. I've worked at Middlesex Community College since 2015, and in that time, I've taught a section of statistics just about every semester. It's a course that I love and I hope you'll enjoy too. The goal of this video is to introduce myself, talk about some of the basics of our course. Course is an asynchronous course, meaning that it's online and we don't have any mandatory meetings. So it's really important you can access it. When you're on your Blackboard page, you should have your list of courses. Find our Statistics MAT 17736 course and click it. When you access our course webpage, this is what you'll come to first, the course contents. Each week, a new module will release, and this is where you'll click to find all of your materials and do your work. But don't worry, if you navigate off this page and need to find it, go to the left sidebar under content. There's our course content. Now, before we get into this content, I want to show you some other important information. From the top, we have announcements. If ever I send you an email, you can click under announcements, and those emails are all cataloged there to the whole class. So this is for whole class emails. I've already sent one. You'll get 1 to 2 emails from me every week, probably one at the beginning of the week and one midweek. Next on the left sidebar, we have the syllabus and course information. Here you can find the syllabus and you can find the course map. I suggest that you print those, read them, and keep them for reference throughout the course. Now, the course map is just a list of our objectives and a timeline of when every graded assignments are due, some suggested work, and what materials you should expect to see. The syllabus has all the information for the course. You can see here the best way to contact me. My email is wilsonj@middlesex.mass.edu. I don't have regular office hours, but if you would like to connect with me via Zoom, just email me with a couple of different times that you're available and we'll set up an appointment to meet. In addition to one-on-one meetings or email communication, I'm holding group extra help hours. Those hours are on Monday night, 7:15 to 8:30. They're drop-in via Zoom. That means you don't need to make an appointment, just show up. If you have specific things that you want to talk about, you may email me beforehand or just show up with them and we'll go over problems together. And remember, it is a full group setting. These are optional sessions, not required. Once again, this is an asynchronous course, so there's no required meetings, though I am always happy to help you. You can reach out with your questions. If you can't connect with me on Zoom, maybe you have weird work hours, you're only available at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's happened before, we can communicate via email, or I'm happy to make an individual YouTube video based on any questions you have. If you're like, hey, I'm not sure how to put this into my calculator to create a table, I can send you a video to help you get into the right direction with it. And allow for 24 hours for quality feedback, but I'm usually much quicker than that. Left sidebar of our Blackboard page, you can see there's a link here to contact professor. That'll have the information about when our meetings are. Our optional meetings, that is the 18th, 25th, 1st, and 8th, but then it also has my email there, so it's easy to connect with me. I want you to notice here there's also an anonymous feedback form when you click that. One of the goals that I have is to create a course that is a comfortable, unique learning environment for all of us, where all of our differences are celebrated and we can all feel comfortable taking risks and learning. But also, we're human, and sometimes there are ways that the course can be improved. If ever an issue arises, or if you have a suggestion for improving the course, to make it a better environment, learning environment for you, or better learning materials for you, you can always feel free to submit feedback to me. Now, of course, you can always just email your feedback, but if it's something that you don't want your name attached to or are not quite comfortable with that, you can send an anonymous feedback form. You click the anonymous feedback link and you type in your answer here. There's an option to put your name, but of course you don't have to. But the goal here is I want a learning environment where everyone feels safe and that they can take risks and feel like they belong to our learning community. Before we get into how to go over our course content, we'll continue down on this left sidebar and see what our tools are. So once again, we're on the course content page, but I'm going to skip down to tools. We have Pearson My Lab, discussion board, and Zoom meeting. If you do go to the optional group extra help meetings on Monday nights starting on the 18th, or if you schedule an individual meeting with me, you'll click on Zoom here, and there's a recurring meeting to meet with Professor Wilson. You'll just click join. So that's for our group extra help meetings, or if you schedule an individual meeting with me. If you just click the button without an appointment, I won't be there. So you need to schedule your meeting. Now, you do have to be an authenticated user. So that means you have to be logged into a Zoom account with your Middlesex email to get onto a meeting here. Also, you can see here we have a discussion board. A new discussion will be posted every week, and by Friday, weeks starting on Tuesdays, by Friday of the week, you should have your initial post in, and by the following Monday, so before the next new week starts, you should have a response to appear. So there will be 5 discussions for the semester. You're required to participate in all of them. Each are 2% of your grade. And because of the interactive nature of discussions, I will not accept posts after that Monday that the final response is due. So if your initial post is a day or 2 late, that's okay. Try to get it in by the date for the initial post, but your respond to appear post, I won't take anything for the week after that, just because it's supposed to be a conversation, create a community in our classroom. So that interactive nature means that it doesn't make sense to have late turn-in. Final tool on the left sidebar is Pearson My Lab. Now, all of your assignments, e-text, and multimedia can be accessed through here. A little secret for you, I am also going to have these accessible in each module for the course, as I'll show you in a moment. So this is if you want to get to all the Pearson tools, but once again, they'll be embedded within your course content every week. You do have to register for My Lab though. So to do that, what you're going to do is go to your syllabus on page 3. Is very important. On page 3 of your syllabus, there are directions for accessing My Lab for the first time. You do not need to buy additional materials. They were included with your tuition for the course, but we do use the Pearson My Lab platform. You'll be using this for all homeworks, tests, and your final exam. So it is incredibly important that you log into it before the 12th, which is our first day of class. You can see there is a code here in purple. This is the code that you will use when prompted. So what you're going to do is click Pearson My Lab on the left side tab of our Blackboard page and click on any of the top 3 links. I know it says any link here, but any of the top 3 links, and it should prompt you to register. When you're prompted to register, you'll be asked for an access code. It is this access code here. Only be asked for this access code once, and then after that, the course will be linked and you can automatically log in anytime. Finally, on the left sidebar here, you will be able to see your grades. This is where you should look at your grades, not on the Pearson website, because on the Pearson website, it will list your grade numbers, but your grade is calculated via what you see on the syllabus as far as weighting assignments in Blackboard. It's not done like that in Pearson. So just make sure when you're looking for your grades, you're clicking the left sidebar here. Now to the meat and potatoes. I'd like to take a look at how we're going to go through our course content. When you go into our Blackboard course, it's automatically going to go to the course content page. Everything you need will be there. Now, this course begins on a Tuesday, so I have our course weeks beginning on a Tuesday. So each week goes from Tuesday to the following Monday. And we have 5 weeks of the course. Week 1 is highlighted in blue here. That means that all the material is there and now available. These following weeks will be highlighted once the material is available, and I have listed the date that they will be available. So a week starts on Tuesday, but I'll try to get the material out a little earlier than that for the following week for people who want to get ahead. This is a 5-week course, but we're learning all the material you'd normally learn in a 15-week course. So it is a bit accelerated. So make sure you're planning the appropriate amount of time to do it. So once our weekly content is available, you can just click into the module, and what you'll see is a table of contents, and you can actually take the big sidebar here and make it smaller so you have more room. And you can click through each module and do the pages in order. Through the table of contents, what you'll normally see each week is first a weekly overview. And the weekly overview will have exactly from your course map what our objectives are, materials, suggested book problems, and then graded assignments with due dates. That will be there every week. And then you'll see the discussion. And then what you'll have after that is there's a folder for each chapter. So you can click into the chapter folder. The first page is just going to give an overview, and then you can either click down on the table of contents to each section, or you can click over on this right-hand top side to the next page, and you'll work through each page, and there's instructions. So for every week, I have usually some videos or PowerPoint recording, and just about every week there are guided notes as well. At the top here, the attached files, you'll always want to take the attached files, which this week we have guided notes for section 1.1, and then you have a recording. You're going to want to go through the recording and fill out your guided notes. And once you've done that, you can click the My Lab assignments. So this will bring you to all of your assignments, and you'll click the one for this week, and it says the due date here. Some of the assignments include media. You should always click on the media. It counts as 1 point on the assignment. And then also your Pearson e-text is here. The e-text problems and readings are optional. You should be able to get everything from all of our recordings and guided notes that I hand out to you. And also, if you do the e-text problems, the solutions are listed, can be through this link right here. And sometimes they'll have some extra stuff. Anything that says extra or optional next to it is extra or optional. So you can do it to enrich your learning, but if you don't have the time, I totally understand. I'm going to click on My Assignments for you so you can see what it looks like. You can see here when you click on My Assignments, all of your assignments will be there and the due dates are listed. There's also Unit Review, which is not graded. All of these other things are graded. And I've also put up the final exam review for you already, so you can work on it throughout the course if you want. The questions that you'll see on your homeworks and your unit tests and your reviews will also be similar to what you would see on your final as well. Now, your first exam isn't listed yet, but it will become available at the end of the first week, and it's due the 22nd. So it will become available sometime in the next week, and then you can do it at your own pace, but it'll appear right on this page. All of your assignments will. And once again, once you finish going through the notes for section 1.1 and you do the assignments, you can click on the next module page and you'll have section 1.2. There are 2 videos and guided notes. And you'll do that for all of chapter 1. And for this week, you also have chapter 2 and then linear regression and correlation. So the course is front loaded. This first week has the most sections of material, but it's also more vocabulary based. In following weeks, we'll be deeper with the actual math and calculations and interpretations, but there will be less sections of material. Now, I have due dates listed for everything, as you saw when we were looking at the assignments. The due dates for discussions, once again, are hard due dates, but it's okay if you're a little bit late on these My Lab assignments. They'll still be accessible after the due date through until the last day of the course. So each week you will have a weekly overview, a discussion, your chapter materials, and I'll also try to put need something for more practice. Under need more practice, I have assignments that I've used for other classes, but since your class is so accelerated, we're not going to have these turned in for a grade, but these are extra assignments and solutions. If you wish to do them, they are not turned in, but I'm happy to answer questions on them. And then you'll have your unit test, and at the end of each week, I suggest you look at this check. Can you do all of the objectives, and did you turn in your assignment? Once you turn in all your assignments for one module, you're free to move on to the next as it becomes available. Once again, these dates listed for each week are generally to keep you on track. The weekly modules will become available a little bit earlier than their assigned week, so you will have that extra time as needed. I'll note that all of the final exam information is listed on this link on the bottom, and the review is available through My Lab assignments. All course materials are due by August 11th. There, you made it through the course introduction video. I look forward to working with you this semester. Contact me if you have questions.